Let's be real. Choosing a new mattress feels like it should be easy, but it's not. It's this confusing mess of different brands, weird materials, and marketing buzzwords. So how do you actually find the one? Well, today we're going to cut through all that noise and figure out how to make what is honestly one of the most important purchases you can make for your health. To stop and think about this for a second, we spend about 1/3 of our entire lives in bed. 1/3. That is way more time than you'll spend in your car or at your desk or even watching TV on the couch. This isn't just a random piece of furniture. It is literally the foundation for a huge, huge chunk of your life. So what's the big deal? The stakes are actually a lot higher than you might think. We're not just talking about a few nights of tossing and turning or a little crick in your neck. The wrong mattress can set off this whole domino effect that messes with your overall well-being. So what really happens when your bed is actively working against you? Okay, prepare yourself, because this is pretty gross. But this little fact from the Cleveland Clinic shines a light on this whole hidden world living in our beds. And it's not just your pillow, you know? Old mattresses can be a total breeding ground for allergens. And believe me, that's just one piece of the puzzle of how your mattress is messing with your health. Yeah, your mattress and your health are, well, they're deeply connected. A bad one doesn't just feel a little uncomfortable. It can trigger some very real, very measurable health problems that can ruin your day and even affect you in the long run. You can totally see how this creates that domino effect I was talking about. A mattress that doesn't have the right support, it throws your spine out of alignment, and that's where that nagging back and neck pain comes from. All that discomfort leads to you tossing and turning all night, which messes up your deep sleep cycles. And, like we just talked about, old mattresses can be full of allergens, so it's no surprise that all of this leads to higher stress, and it can even mess with the hormones that control your appetite, which can lead to weight gain. It's all connected. And that brings us to the single most important goal here. Dr. John Shims says it perfectly. The ideal mattress isn't just about feeling all soft and cozy. It's about supporting the natural curves of your spine. That support is what lets your back truly relax, recover, and heal while you sleep. Okay, so how do you find that perfect support? The very first and honestly most important question you need to ask yourself is this: how do you sleep? Your main sleep position is what's going to dictate the kind of support and cushioning your body needs to keep that spine in a healthy, happy alignment. If you're a side sleeper, hey, welcome to the club. More than half of all adults sleep this way. So when you're on your side, think about it. All your body weight is focused on your shoulders and your hips. A mattress that's too firm is going to create some really painful pressure points. But one that's a little softer lets those areas sink in just enough to spread your weight out and, most importantly, keep your spine straight. Back sleepers, you've got it a little bit easier. Since your weight is spread out over a much bigger area, you have a lot more options. The key for you is just making sure the mattress isn't so soft that your hips sink down way below your shoulders, creating this weird, unnatural arch in your back. A medium to medium firm mattress is usually the ticket to keep that spine neutral. All right, stomach sleepers, you folks have the trickiest challenge because this position has the biggest risk of spinal strain. If your mattress is too soft, your hips and your belly are going to sink way down, and that puts your lower back into a really unhealthy curve. To stop that from happening, a medium firm or even a firm mattress is pretty much non-negotiable to keep everything aligned. Okay, so once you've figured out your sleep style, the next puzzle piece is understanding what's inside the mattress. The materials are going to determine everything: the feel, the support, how hot or cool it sleeps, and how long it's going to last. Two of the most popular types you'll see everywhere are memory foam and hybrid. Memory foam is amazing for pressure relief. It gives you that famous hugging feeling that side sleepers usually love. The main downside? It can sometimes sleep a little hot. Hybrids try to be the best of both worlds. They have a supportive base of coils that gives you airflow and bounce, with layers of foam or latex on top for that comfy pressure relief. The other big players are latex and inner spring. Latex is known for being super responsive and durable. It's got more of a bounce than memory foam, and it's way more breathable. And then you have the traditional inner spring mattress, you know, the kind a lot of us grew up with. They have fantastic airflow and a bouncy feel, but they often don't have that targeted pressure relief we've been talking so much about. So this brings us to one of the most misunderstood parts of buying a mattress: firmness. What feels firm to one person can feel super soft to somebody else. And that's because firmness is totally relative. It depends almost completely on your body weight. So here's how it generally breaks down. If you're a lighter person, under about 130 pounds, you don't sink in as much, so you often need a softer mattress to get enough of that pressure-relieving contouring. For people in that average weight range, medium to medium firm is usually the just right Goldilocks zone. And for heavier folks, over 230 pounds, a firmer mattress is usually what you need to get proper support and prevent sinking in too deep. And hey, don't just take our word for it. This isn't just some marketing gimmick from the mattress companies. It's actually backed up by science. A major review of a ton of scientific studies found that, yep, for most people, a medium firm mattress really is the sweet spot for comfort, sleep quality, and, you guessed it, proper spinal alignment. All right, you know your sleep position, you've got a handle on the materials, and you know your ideal firmness. Now it's time to actually buy the thing. So let's run through a final checklist of smart shopping tips to make sure you feel totally confident in your choice. First up, and this is non-negotiable, make sure you get a trial period of at least 30 nights. Your body needs time to adjust. Second, don't automatically think that a higher price tag means it's better for you. Also, be super careful with the word orthopedic. It's almost always just a marketing word, not some official medical standard. Remember, these things wear out, so plan on replacing yours every 7 to 10 years. And last but not least, a simple pro tip for all you side sleepers. Try putting a pillow between your knees. It can do wonders for your hip alignment. At the end of the day, the best mattress is the one that lets you wake up feeling refreshed without any stiffness or pain. It's really that simple. So tonight, when you get into bed, I want you to ask yourself this question. Considering it supports a full third of your life, is your mattress really doing its job?